right, people. Yeah, happy holidays, folks. Even though the holiday is officially over in Nigeria, right? Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed your Salah because we did, and we are back with a bang. Welcome to Click Nigeria's Random Things. I am the host with the most Makcit, Rindap. And of course, on Random Things, we feature a guest that's a random person and we discuss the most mundane and random things, but we also have a random question every week. Now, before I tell you the random question, I'd like to introduce today's guest to you. All right, his name is Funsho Ayanda, aka Funsho. I hope I got that right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so he's a project engineer and professional master of ceremonies. I like the addition of professional there because, like, you're like a cut above the rest. Am
Yes, I am.
okay?
Definitely.
Okay. So right off the bat, we know that what you studied is a far cry from being an MC. I mean,
Yes.
engineering. We will get to that in a bit. But quick question: how did you spend your salary?
Sleeping.
Really?
Indoors, yes, just sleeping.
Why? Is it because of work or something?
Yes, I've actually been very busy.
Okay.
I get up early in the morning and then get back home late, and then I've not time with family for a while. So it
Okay.
was a good time to relax with the missus and
Okay.
sleep.
Okay. That's good. All right. So now to our random question of the day. What's something that you've tried that you'll never try again? Now, of course, you just have to think about it for now. Okay. You'll be answering a random question in a bit. Okay. But guys, yeah, if you are following on Facebook Live, you'll see that we have this video up and the question is on the screen. What's something that you've tried that you'll never try again? All right, let us know in the comment section and we'll get to it very soon. Now, of course, we have to get to know, pick our guest brain a bit. So I hope you're ready for me.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, first thing now, the moniker, of course, the name Funsho, it's a no-brainer, I mean. But tell us, how did you start using that name?
All right. So I was born Ayanda for Show.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know, one thing I've noticed with Nigerians, I'm sure you have noticed too, is that we like the easy way out. So the name Funsho was a shorter
So,
version of Folorunsho.
but does it mean the same thing?
Actually, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't, right?
No,
I wondered.
it's two different things. Folorunsho means we have given this one to God to look after him.
Okay.
Funsho means this one has been given to me to look after. Yeah, so you see
Ah,
the God factor is
it's
off the Funsho
yes,
there.
yes.
So well, Funsho became the name that everybody knew all
Mhm.
through my university and everything. So when it was time for me to go into MCing professionally, I knew I needed a name that would, at one sound, reveal what I am about. So I I just thought, okay, that's fun in my name, and then why not change the SHO to SURE instead of just Fun Show, make it Fun Show. So once somebody sees you, they know that with you, fun is show.
Sure.
Yes, and then there's the ultimate fun dispenser part of my name. Yes, because I am never unable to dispense fun.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've had this thing a couple of times where guests on this show are very
Okay.
confident about what they do and I like it. I mean, we
Okay.
like it on the show.
Okay.
So of course we'll get to ask you specific questions about what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get ready for that. All right, but guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Click Niger. The program is Random Things. I'm your girl Makcit Rindap, and today I'm chilling with Funsho Ayanda, aka Fun Shore,
That's
a
right.
project engineer and professional master of ceremonies. And of course, on Random Things, our question today is what's something that you've tried that you'll never ever try again? All right, you can hit us up. You can drop your comments on Facebook. We are Click Niger. And of course, there's a live video on at the moment. So you can actually drop your comment underneath the video. Okay. But yes, I guess I mean, I've already given you the question, so you've had time to think about it. So you answer us in a bit, right? But more questions now for you, okay?
Okay.
So how would you describe your personality?
Charming. Yes. Fun loving.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, are you an introvert or an extrovert?
it depends. See, the truth is, I think I'm just this person you can get to know. Um, okay. The point is, I get into a place, I meet people, and then I'm quiet
Okay.
because I take my time to observe my environment. Now, if I don't vibe with that environment, I might not say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've had people say stuff like he's very proud, he's arrogant, he doesn't talk. So I'm that guy who you think does not talk. Then you get to know me and wish that I don't talk.
Okay,
Do
like
you
you can't stop
understand?
talking
Like
at
I
this
can't
point.
stop. So I am an introvert, extrovert, environmentally.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So
I describe that as an extroverted introvert. That's
okay,
how I put
okay.
it
You
because
see?
I'm a bit like that too.
Oh,
But anyway,
okay.
now did your personality have any bearing on becoming an MC?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
It did. Growing up, I was raised in a barracks,
Okay.
so there was always this part of us where every time we meet, we're either yabbing. For those who don't understand that slang, it means you're bantering.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
It,
And
it's insults, but in a
yes, but
fun,
in a way that
without malice.
yes, without malice.
Without malice.
Because when we finish bantering each other, in fact, we can go as far as bantering family,
Yes.
but we'll get back to that same family to have our meals served. Do you
Yes,
understand? So
yes, yes.
I can actually banter you, but I'll follow you home after the banter. I'll go eat from your mom's spot. So it was fun.
Okay.
And then I had this thing about me that my friends wait for me to come if there's fun. They wait for me because they know I am like the life of the party.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that kind of informed. There comes a time you sit down and just be like, okay, so
What can
this
I do?
particular thing I am doing at the moment, what other things can I do?
Mhm.
What other things am I good at? Some people tell you I'm supposed to be a pastor. Some people tell you I'm supposed to be a poet because I had all of these things growing up. In fact, if you were a girl that any of my friends liked and you didn't get the poem written by me while we're growing up, you were not the preferred. Yeah,
You
so
were not the number
no,
one
you were
chick.
not. So I had all of those things together to
Okay.
make sure. Yeah.
All right. So now back to your main profession versus what
Okay.
you do to bring home the bacon now.
Mm.
Engineering, how do you, like, at what point did you, okay, you said you had to think about it, like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what it is.
Yeah.
But then how did you decide that it was something you could do alongside engineering?
Okay, so
Okay, first off, you wanted to study engineering.
yes, I'll say yes. I actually wanted to become a medical doctor.
Okay.
Honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a couple of jam and it didn't go as planned, and then it took a while before I discovered I had a phobia for blood. So there was no way, but the whole I want to become a medical doctor thing was the whole hype that was around doctors, lawyers,
Yes.
they were like the
Creme de la creme.
yes, your child comes back from school, he graduates, it doesn't matter the course, you say my son just graduated. But your son graduated from medical school or from law school, you will mention my son has just graduated from medical school.
Yes.
So that part made me want to become a doctor. And then once you are brilliant while we're growing up, you are automatically supposed to be in science class. If not, if I could have gone back, I would have been an art student, I think. Yeah. So while medicine didn't go through, Federal University of Technology, Mina, I found out what was the course that was like the A-list course. So, and it was electrical and computer engineering, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So if I was not going to be a medical doctor, at whatever school I'm going to, it has to be, the creme de la creme kind of course. Yes, that was it.
All right, guys. Yeah. It's still Click Niger's Random Things, and I'm your host. Today's guest is Funsho Ayanda. He's a professional master of ceremonies and a project engineer. Now, of course, today's question on Random Things is, what's something that you've tried that you'll never ever try again? All right, so
I'm thinking about, and I'm laughing already. I'm laughing at myself.
Okay, so do you want to share yours now? Okay. All right.
If it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, like I mentioned, my father was a military man with the Nigerian army. So, we grew up basically in the barracks. And one thing that is cliche to us from the barrack is that we are strong. Like I don't know how to explain it, but there's this ruggedity that's attached to barrack kids. Yeah. So we tried everything else to be tried. If we couldn't get money to buy our own cigarettes, there's definitely going to be a small one from the butt of the cigarette from our parents that we could get to light up later. we needed to do all of this youthful exuberance and everything. So there was a particular day that I will never forget. I think it was a Christmas day. Fresh out of secondary school. So we went out. There's a market in the barracks. It is called Mami Market.
Mami,
Yeah. So we went to that market with my friends, and well, those that were stronger were drinking, and then I have never drunk before. Alcohol,
Okay.
that is. So it was free. The drinks were free, and so I just joined in the party. Oh, this is the thing. It's not that bad. So I took the first bottle. I think it was a Star Lager beer. I took the first bottle, and I'm like, is this
Is
it?
it?
Nothing. I took the second one, third one. Then there was a different brand, I think, that came along, and I tasted it, and I'm like, nothing. You guys.
Like, what's
So
the
why
hype?
do you guys get drunk? And my dad used to be a very heavy drinker. He's late now, God rest his soul. He used to be a very heavy drinker, and I usually see him in that drunken master state. So I'm like, so how does my dad get drunk?
You already
All right.
feeling like you
Yes,
Badu
I
at
was
this
feeling like,
point.
yes, thank you. So sixth bottle, I was on the seventh, and then
and you were thinking two different brands. You
yes, I
mixed
think
at some
I
point.
had 2 to 3 bottles that were different brands from
Brand,
Star
okay.
Lager beer. So, and then way halfway into the seventh bottle, you know, it happened, and I think I lost total control. I still cannot explain how I became normal after, but
Like you blacked out or something.
not really. I became okay, this is what I tell my friends now because I don't drink anymore. So from that day. So what I usually tell them is I made a mistake. I am a natural high. So getting any other thing to enhance my high took it way out of the normal human. So I got up. I remember I got up, took off my shirt. I was wearing a Timberland boot, I think. I loosed, I undid the laces and tied them and put them on my neck to so the flap of the Timberland was just there. Then I got up and I was marching. I was calling the parade for myself. I was marching, and then now this is a proper yab situation. So you are not going to get help. So I just became like the signature, but not for a good thing. Everybody was just the soldiers. They were falling off their seats. I'm like, I thought I was well. I thought I was normal. Now the highest point of it was that I got up from where we were seated and permission to I can't remember the word, but what I asked was they should allow me leave the parade. And they answered me, permission granted at your own risk. Now I don't know if our listeners or viewers know Abuja well. The distance from the Mami Market to the senior NCOs, that the senior non-commissioned officers block quarters, thank you, was like from the United Junction, walking all the way straight down. I hope it doesn't sound like an exaggeration, but all the way to Sahad stores. I don't want to say as far as Kudu, so it doesn't look like I'm exaggerating, but I know it was far, or maybe it was my youthful eyes that was gauging the distance. But I jogged, like not jogged. I sprinted from that United Junction distance all the way to Sahad store.
Wow.
Yes, I kept running. I was so excited. I got home and fell on the bed, and my mom thought I was going to die. Wow. But I didn't throw up. That one, I still kept my rep.
Like you fell hard, but not too much.
Yes,
you maintained that one.
I didn't throw up, and then I got home. Why my mom knew something was wrong is that it doesn't matter at what time I get back home, I must take my meal.
Okay.
Because my mom knows this thing about me. Like, if you call my mom and say, Funsho is sick, she'll be like, has he eaten? If they tell her no, she will lose her gear. You know how our mother retired on their waist and know that, man, this one is serious. Okay. So if anything makes me miss my meal, my mom knows something is wrong. So I didn't take my dinner. Breakfast, I didn't wake up on time. It was around noon. She came banging, and when I woke up, I said so many rubbish things. I can't think about them. But from that day, I knew that was it.
That was it. Wow. So you stayed off alcohol.
No, I didn't.
Wow. So you literally tried alcohol and never tried it
again. I won't try it again.
Wow. Yes. Wow. That is awesome stuff. Like, I mean, this story just It even caps everything. Like I don't even know how anybody would top this one. But we do have a comment here. Okay, so the question once again for those who didn't catch it is, what's something you've tried that you'll never ever try again? And Didi Dorothy Joseph said, intentionally watching a horror movie. I could never understand how that genre thrives. Okay. But what do you think about horror movies?
Well, I'm a Barack boy, so I watch, but there are still some that get me. I think I took that part from my mother. My mother is that person who is watching a movie, and somebody gets killed, and then we have to get a handkerchief. Do you understand? So I think I took that part from her. That sometimes I still get worried or scared. And
Scared.
in fact, I got scared 2 days ago. There's this thing they send. There's this short clip video that they will send, and they will tell you don't watch to the end. And the part of me was thinking, what's going to be there? But and I was in a public taxi, and and the girl that was beside me was like, oh, I understand. It's one of those
videos.
I was so embarrassed. As in, I had a spider jump out of the stuff to my face, and I'm like, oh god.
Someone sent it to me one time at night. I was angry. I was mad at the person. I laughed afterwards. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't drop my phone, but
I actually love horror movies. Like, but it comes with mood. There are times where I want to watch it, and there are times where I really don't want to watch it. So yeah. But I think
before you watch an horror movie and then KCN takes
But surprisingly, I don't have scares when I watch foreign horror movies. Growing up, I had trauma. I had trauma after watching some Nigerian movies like Karashika, like Blood Money. Yes, Serpent Girl. There's one that about Ruby. I don't remember the name. It was I think Hilda Dokubo.
Okay.
I see. These movies gave me nightmares. Even this particular church. I don't what's the name? One particular church that does movies. Mount Zion. Mount Zion movies. They used to give me nightmares.
Ultimate Power.
All those things. They used to give me nightmares. As in, and up to now, actually, I don't watch horror Nigerian movies. In fact, I would not even give it any time of day. Yes, but yeah, surprisingly, I don't know. It's not because of the black skin, no, but somehow.
I can imagine. It
somehow it's just worse for me. But hey, anyway, guys, you can still drop your comments, okay? We'll be rounding up very soon. We still have a couple of more questions. More questions for our guest for sure. So, do you have a secret weapon like MCing?
Okay. If it's a secret weapon, if I say it now, it's no longer going to be a secret weapon.
Okay,
but actually, I would say my strong points as an MC is that I am very down to earth.
Okay.
Why I say that is I pride myself as a bespoke MC. Bespoke in the sense that I can MC almost any kind of event.
Okay.
I've done Camus, I've done some Igbo weddings, done some Yoruba weddings, and I've done some for other tribes too. So what I'm trying to bring out from that is that I can relate at almost any level.
So like a chameleon, you adapt to.
Okay, if chameleon is in a good perspective, yes,
sure,
I
yes,
take
like
it.
you,
yes,
like you,
yes,
you embody
yes. I think I fit in.
Yes.
I listen a lot. I do a lot of listening, and once you are able to listen, you most time don't go wrong.
You're able to retain.
Yes, I listen a lot. I try to find out. Like I have a questionnaire I will send out. I'll ask you, how do you want your event to be remembered for? Fun, top notch, that kind of. So when you give me that, I get back and work on it. Okay, if this person want their event to be fun, how much fun and how can we create this fun? Yeah, so I think this might come off like bragging. I think my looks is also something that because recently, yes, please. Recently, I had a client, a prospective client, sent me a DM and gave a particular price range, and I said, "Oh no, this isn't for me. I'll get you another MC for this event." She was like, okay. So after about a few days, I brought like 3 recommendations and gave her their handles. She went and came back and said, no, she and her husband didn't find anyone that they wanted to use. I'm like, for that price range, you're looking for premium. You can't get premium at that price.
Okay.
She now said, yes. Okay, no, and I threw her a bit and said, I wish your price could come up to this certain level. I would have considered, because I am free for that date.
Okay.
So she was like, yes, and that's what they are looking for. You know, the stature and the swag that comes, that she was on my page the other day with the husband, and they were so impressed. I'm like, okay. So somewhere that stuck, like, okay, so this, yeah, because I have this thing. I used to say to people, I would say, I know life is not about good looks, but I think it's just okay to have your own just in case.
Okay.
It might just come in handy. So yes, on the lighter side, I think.
Yeah, that works. Okay, so let's say like now, how do you make, like, once you're in the zone, once you are in a place, how do you get the crowd comfortable with you? Do you have like an icebreaker? Do you like to do icebreakers?
Yes,
Do you
those work.
those work a lot?
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite icebreakers?
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I quickly want to issue a disclaimer on behalf of the couple. If you need to go, you know what that means. The convenience is to the left when you step out of the exit. And please, I would like you to be security conscious. Put your eyes on your belongings, your children, smartphones, your wallet, your purse, and everything you have come here with. Oh, please, if your partner is less than 40, please put your eyes on them. Very important. But if your partner is above 50, please don't worry. Those set of people will always come back, no matter how far they go. And you always, yes.
I like it. It
So
definitely works.
you definitely get a response. The younger ones will be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And the older ones will be like, "Oh, so our time is gone." And so somehow you.
I like it. I like it. Okay, so but yeah, of course, I'm sure you've had some tricky situations too as an MC.
Yes, I have.
What's the trickiest situation you've encountered?
Okay. All right. This is a good one though. I was supposed to work with a planner, an event planner, and it was the first time that I was going to work with that person.
Okay.
And I think it was a big client event. So the planner didn't want to give me all of that information, because definitely it would have affected my pricing. Do you understand? And it would have given me a leverage for negotiation with her, like, oh, but this is who I'm working with. So I didn't get any information.
Okay.
What I just knew was, in fact, I got called on a Thursday night. The event was the next day, so I didn't even have room to plan, which is something I don't like doing. Okay, but you're priding yourself as a professional. You should be spontaneous to a point. So I'm like, okay, why not take it? And then I needed the money, so I was like, okay, we'll do it. So I was pushing to get information to help me. Like if I was going to do an icebreaker for NNPC staff get together, is going to be different from Bet Nigeria staff get together. Bet Nigeria will have to probably do some sporty icebreaker. NNPC, I might have to, go very, very corporate. So now I got to the event venue and discovered that brand was going to be unveiling an A-list international model as their brand ambassador.
Wow.
Then I have not met the owner of the brand. I have not met the event planner. The other vendors I was going to be working with, I was meeting them for the first time. So I was like, okay. I got into the room, and then the owner of the brand now came up to me and said, the only thing I want with this event is fun. What? Fun?
Last minute, like that?
Yes, like I didn't prepare anything fun. I thought this was a brand unveiling.
Just a corporate event, probably.
Then I spoke to the DJ. I'm not mentioning names because I don't want to give out specifics. I spoke to the DJ and I'm like, bro, I'm at a fix. The kind of games I play at the wedding won't suffice here. Then the room was so small. I can't play a contact game. It's just going to throw everywhere into disarray. So, but as I was talking to the DJ, my brain was working like, okay, I know our brains don't even work up to 20% before we're there, but my brain was working at rapid. I was just thinking, and right there on the spot, something dropped. And this is where I don't know, but me personally, I believe there's God, and I believe that there's communication with Him, and I believe that inspiration, wisdom is basically divine. So as I was talking to the DJ, I was praying, I was like, God, you have to come through. This is a make or ma kind of situation for me. I'm working with this planner for the first time. If I want another event, I would have to kill this one. Trust me. Okay, don't trust me. Trust God on my behalf. Like,
I'll believe what you
by
say.
the time we got into the event, they wanted to do it in a particular way. I said, no, don't do it this way. There's no way you're going to be unveiling this kind of ambassador and she's already seated. No, go out. I'm going to do a proper introduction. I did it with the, how they announce wrestlers in WWE kind of a fair. So I did. They came in, cameras, light, everybody loved it. Then I did a game that was so. I didn't know it was going to be that fun. It was fun. Okay. Then I did something like a dance lesson and all of that. That was on a Friday night. By Saturday morning, we were on Bella Nigeria.
Wow.
Yes.
And so basically it was a success.
It was a success.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. So
yes.
What is your advice to people who are trying to get into this profession? What's the one thing that you feel every budding MC, every upcoming MC has to have or has to know?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Since you want one. Yes, there are several. But
okay, so let's see the next thing after confidence. I think
confidence. You must be teachable. You must be willing to learn. It doesn't matter what you have known. Like, I have always been a fun person. I'm always the life of the party. But when I decided it was time to end as an MC, I learned first. Do you understand? Yeah, yes, it was important. I paid for classes and I followed a very top MC in Abuja. I kept following him to his events and I kept running errands, for him, like at the event. As I was doing it, it felt like I was actually at the job myself. So I was interning. Yes, that's the word. I was on internship with him, and it was amazing with the kind of content. Once somebody see you are ready to serve, they will serve you. So he opened me up to almost everything that I know today as an MC. So you must have the confidence first that you are capable to do it. Then this, my mentor and teacher, has something he's always saying, trust the process. So there's the process. So you can't just wake up. Somewhere. Yes, you have to start somewhere and build yourself to. Value is important. But if you are not confident in yourself, I would say people will want to buy you, but you must set the price. So if you are not confident in yourself, once they tell you you can't do it, you yourself will believe you can't do it. Yes. Yeah. So I think confidence is the first thing, not just to MC, whatever you want to do. Okay. Yes.
All right, I like that so much, and I'm sure that people listening and viewing us have learned a thing or two from Funsho and aka Funsho. All right, guys, this is where we wrap things on the program. All right, but I want to shout out to a very special person, a poet and writer, Ufie Igo, on getting a year older today. Happy birthday, girl! Have a blast! And thanks to everyone for joining us on today's edition of Random Things. Special thanks to our guest, Mr. Funsho, for agreeing to be here. Looking forward to seeing you in action someday.
Definitely.
All right, so invite me to one of your events. If you have a
probably
+1.
You, I am my service.
Yes.
Okay.
If what?
You, I am in my service. That would be like the best platform to see me work.
Well,
I am my service.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. TGIF folks, have a fab weekend. I am Makcit, Rindap. Adios.